coming up on this morning. We got a little shop slab to do, so feel very lucky we're working today. We got some big storms last night in the area, just kind of hit and miss depending on where you were, but whoever had them got a lot of rain, so feel very fortunate that we're able to work. So, and I'm very happy we're able to work. So get things fired up. Got a couple of jobs to do today, so hopefully we won't have any hitches in our giddy up. But I appreciate y'all following along. If you haven't already, give us a subscribe, a like, and a share if you like what's going on. And we really appreciate it. It didn't cost you anything, and it means a whole bunch to us. So let's get this thing unfolded and let's get to work. Stair step our way up on that. See if we don't have room for that pad to get under there. With a little bit of room there, but I'm gonna watch this. I may want to put some dunnage under that. So now that we got that up, we're gonna raise this. Get some tonnage under it. I think we'll make that work. Water morning, it's supposed to be hot and humid today, but it's nice right now. 2 more trucks, and then the cleanup truck. So this will be 45 to 54, and then 63 is what he's got ordered, holding on. Probably gonna be enough for sure. get with you in a little bit. We made it to our second job. So trying to get all this stuff plugged in: phone, GoPros, batteries. You can see a wad of crap I carry there with me. Another camera or two. And then I got my battery chargers. And then there's some SD cards in there somewhere. So anyway, it's kind of the back of the scenes, or of how things go, trying to bring y'all all this wonderful video and footage of what we do. So we got I guess it's a balcony there. It's kind of weird how it looks like they've cut into the side of the house and placed this, but there's already a balcony on the house. Looks like they're adding on to the balcony. So we're gonna pump the balcony, then they've got an area under the balcony, and then they have some sauna tube that's probably about 2 foot tall that they've cut off, and they've decked around it, and it's going to be like a little floating bar, I guess. This little concrete pads are sitting on top of these concrete pillars, and I don't know if I'm sure there may be a shaded area being built into it. I'm not sure. Just kind of looking at how this is set up. So somebody's getting kind of jazzy with their pool, and they're out in their backyard. So I'd like to see the end product. Probably pretty cool. But we are going to get set up and up, I don't know, it's at 20-30 yards. I'm sitting actually on the basketball court, so a good flat surface. It's semi-level and concrete underneath me, so I won't have to worry about too much dunnage under me. Just my normal pads. So that's the setup. It's nice and humid, about 210% humidity, and it's about 95 degrees outside. So let's get started. Guy was asking me if I could hit that deck up there. Several things come to mind, but it would have been borderline being a smart aleck, but I refrained myself. Just shook my head, said yes sir. So all my stuff. Give you the LD, the old lowdown. Here's those columns. This piece they're forming in, it's going to be a water level, so it'd be like I guess it'll be like a swim up bar or something without the bar. I don't know, but it goes all the way around to over there. Kind of unique. And then they tore out this part of the house. And then they've got that up there. they're gonna put concrete in. So kind of a unique project. I guess they built them a swim. I'm assuming this was pre-existing, and they've either added on or they filled it in to make a sun deck. Looks like there'll be a little bit of a kind of a waterfall right there, negative edge, into the bar or cabana or whatever. So be pretty neat, I guess. But we're set up. We are practicing safe pumping by wrapping our pump. So it's right and ready to go. Everything's greased. Just need concrete. So we'll talk to you in a minute. We're gonna put a little dye in it. We're gonna put some color in it. You can tell what color they're looking at. Santa Fe bus, so I'm predicting it's gonna be some kind of brown, I bet. We'll see. Talk to you in a minute. What they'll do is they'll put in like a one bag for a yard, and then they'll mix it up for about 10 minutes. They may add 10-15 gallons to it, 'cause it will suck up some water. So that'll mix up, and once that's mixed up, then we'll prime out, pump it up there. Well, I don't know how many episodes of Muddy Feet Concrete Pumping y'all watched. I know how many I say I don't about know I've done. Plus the jobs that y'all haven't seen that I never posted. But that's the first time in a long time that I plugged on a prom out. As you can see, the size of these rocks. But that was what come out. I feel very lucky that I was able to get that unplugged without taking anything apart after seeing all those rocks. You know, that's just, it happens. Doesn't happen a lot. Like I said, since I've been filming, which towards the end of December, that's the first time I've plugged on a prime out like that in a long time. I couldn't even tell you when the last time that happened was. Which we got it unplugged, but fortunately without having to find it in the boom and finagle it by taking an elbow or a section of pipe off. Sometimes you just got to do that. But we rocked it back and forth, forward and reverse. Of course, I'm sure you heard all that, and then finally got it undone. So now's the trick of getting all this situated under there and getting that poured. I wish I would have brought y'all with me on that top deck. Once you get the beam poured,
yeah, we can do the beam and fill that in.
Well, what I'm saying is, once it gets the beam poured,
yeah,
we need to pull the hose in. Okay. And I'll bring the boom down, and we'll just have to work the hose back. I can't raise up inside of there. There's not enough room.
Got it.
So we'll have to use it for a line pump for a minute.
Okay.
Y'all good?
I think we're good.
So yeah, that's our precarious way of having the boom. You know, usually we've got it in an A-frame, typical A-frame, and then arching the third, and you know, just sweeping the floor with the fourth. But in order to keep from just, you know, making a huge mess on that top, I went ahead and brought my fourth up as far as I could. Which these Concords, I'm not sure if the rest of them, I'm assuming the rest of them do it too. You know, it goes further than, what would that be, 90, I guess, or 130 maybe when you bring around the backside. I'd have to look at the book and see exactly what it is. But anyway, it was more than parallel the deck. So in order to do that, you know, that's just to keep from a tremendous amount of mud just falling and splattering and all that. And then I just rolled my third, you know, back, and then pulled up on the main to work the hose back off of it. And then once I got the guys cleared and I got it down, I was able to, those forms come out further than the top. The bottom forms come out further than the top one, so I was able to drop the hose clear of that and get it where the mud out of the third and what was left in the fourth to fall out into the footing of that deal. So And then now I've got the second bent down. The fourth is still extended all the way. And then, you know, I'm using the third section and the main section to pull back. So they're more or less, the hose is dragging. I'm dragging the hose backwards. So my boom lights, my lights on my fourth and my cradle, I've got to watch it. There's a piece of that I-beam right there. I'm fairly close to that. But once I start pumping, I'm gonna lower it just a little bit and then bring it on out with the third to clear that section. And then once that's done, then we've got our little pier hose over here. I don't know if you can if you can, I'm assuming I can breathe easier once I get that out of there. You know, it's just one of those deals. It ain't your typical slab. You got to keep your you got to keep your head on a swivel, which I'm not 100% used to, because I'm used to open areas. You know, the guys that I know do a lot of pier and beams, you know, that they know what I'm talking about, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff to work with on those things you got to worry about, and knocking guys off those forms. And, you know, you got what, an 8-inch 12-inch wide beam for those houses. So, you know, kudos to those. I'm sure they're a hell of a pump operators to do all those beams and stuff. We're just not used to them down here in Texas. We're slabs guys here. So, well, anyway, that's what we're dealing with on the second job today. I do feel better. I do feel better now that we got off that balcony, and not that I was worried about much, except for making a mess up there and splattering on the house. So I didn't want to do that to the guys, but we're back on the ground now. So I guess once they get their color mixed up, I'll holler at you later. Well, we made it back. I don't know when the battery left us, so which I wish I'd have had it going when I was cleaning out. You talking about some work. That, of course, the mud started getting hot. So, you know, you put the accelerator in it. What I'm calling accelerator, you put that colored Portland in it with the dye, and then, you know, the time it took them to get all that worked up and get it all done, and then by the time I get around to pulling the sponge back and getting folded up and getting positioned where I can clean out, you know, it was a time. I had to take a crowbar. I keep a 3-foot crowbar back there to chop away at a bunch of that stuff, and then of course that hoe, I use it. But we got it cleaned. It just took some work, and it's hot and humid, and I don't have to tell you all about that, but that's how it went. So we got it cleaned out, got it cleaned up, and ready to go again. So give us a like, subscribe, and a share. Not necessarily all those orders. I'm tired. We got at the truck. When did we get at the truck? 5 this morning, and we're back at the yard at 5 now. So, you know, a solid 12-hour day. So I feel lucky we're back, and we're not having to air chisel that hopper. I was preparing to do that with the way I cleaned out. You know, cleaning out the valve and the elbows and the swing 90. And then once I got all that cleaned out, I just started working my way up. Well, I realized it was still salvageable, so I got the crowbar out, got to hacking at it and getting it all worked out and scraped around. And so luckily it didn't come to that point, but I was prepared to have to come back and air chisel, just because I knew it's going to be hard to salvage a lot of that. It was as hot as it was. So, but we don't. It's clean. We're going to get it, and we're able to go pump tomorrow. So we'll see what tomorrow comes. I've got stuff on the schedule. luckily there's not any weather until Monday. This is Thursday, so Monday, 50% chance of rain, and the schedule's full again. So I'd like a week to go by without rain, and with the schedule full like it was this week, and not having to move things around. That would be nice. So, and I think it's going to happen eventually. The weather seems to be toning down a little bit, so I think it's going to happen pretty soon. It's just going to be hot then. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.